Good day, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I'm with the sheep. We just moved them onto a fresh strip. Of course, in the wintertime, we don't use a back fence. And we're going through a puppy training right now. See that young dog over there spinning around circles? There he is. What that is we found these dogs up on the road this morning, and there's two troublemakers in here. They're just starting in this puppy stage. You'll get this sometimes. And they start roaming, and it was kind of our fault too. We had a gate over here that was missing a poly wire right here behind us. And so what we've done, this is something that I've learned to do in the past, is to keep them from going underneath the gates. You take and hook on cold with a poly, that's poly braid, then lay the other one on the ground. It's actually laying right on the ground. And it'll sit there and pop a little bit. Okay? And when the dogs come up here to go underneath that, they're not even going to attempt that. And we did beef up the gate. We put some posts, some step-in posts in there. But so it's cold on that end. Then we bring it up here and just hook it up hot with this is my great Judy self-made electric fence handles I made many years ago. We still got a lot of those in use. But the dogs, when they're puppies, folks, you've really got to be patient with them. And I tell everybody, you got to give a guard dog. Some guard dogs take 1.5 to 2 years before they finally put it all together. Other dogs, shoot, 6-7 months, they're good. But it all depends on the individual animal. But this is what that dog over there's got on him. We actually have 2 dogs with it on it. And this is the sidewall, this big piece of rubber. And we make the chain long enough where it drags on the ground. And we got a heavy duty chain on with a hasp hooked to the collar, just like that. Of course, I don't have that one tightened on yet, but just drill a hole. This is a sidewall. You could use, I guess, a tractor tire. This is a sidewall out of an earth moving tire. But it weighs, I think I weighed these, they're about 12 pounds. And so, everywhere they go, that thing's in front of them. And if they're going to negotiate a fence, that's going to slow them down. It's worked in the past. We've had a few young dogs that did the same thing, and we put that on them. Now, see, they can still drag that and get into their dog feeder. So it's not like they're going to go hungry. They can still eat. But it sure puts a whammy on them for roaming. Simply because they got to go through that fence and pull that sled with them. And they don't do that. I was going to show you the sheep. Look at this. You can see right where the sheep were at. They were on the left. And we're moving them every 2 days. And this is the eastern gamma grass bottom. It's got a lot of fescue in it. And you can see the fescue in here. It's still green. There's some of the green leaves. And of course the gamma grass, it turned brown in the fall. So gamma grass doesn't make very good winter stockpile because it just turns completely brown. But we've got about 30-35% fescue in here, which I'm glad we do. That's what those sheep are eating. If you look at one real close, I just saw one doing, they're eating, see that one there? It's digging. They're real good at using their feet. Once they get a little opening opened up, they'll use their feet. And cattle will not use their feet. Look at that one. He's digging. Folks, these sheep don't get any hay. They haven't got a bale all winter. If we give them hay, they don't eat it. They're a whole lot like a horse. They like grazing over eating hay any day. Look at them all out there. I mean, they're going to town. These sheep don't feel sorry for themselves. They just go out and start eating. That was just picking. It's just picking the little green thing sticking out. He's a picky eater. He's looking for the green sticking out of the snow. But once he gets that ate off, he's going to start digging like that one over there is. It's pretty cool. You got animals that'll feed himself even in the snow. And look at the condition on those sheep. I mean, they're in good shape. No hay, no grain, nothing. They do get mineral. We don't consider mineral a supplement. minerals. If it's not in the soil, the sheep can't get it. And if it's not in the soil, of course, it's not going to be in the plants. Well, that puppy is raising Cain over there. They'll do that for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the other one, he stopped bawling already. Well, she's over here laid down. She was kind of the ringleader. She was the one that was always kind of out of the paddock, and she wants to go with you. And next thing you know, they're going to be out there on that road, and they'll get killed. There goes old big boy. He's going to go check out that dog. Like, what are you barking at over there? They'll quiet down, but so these sheep, the boys are putting in another paddock over there in front. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll get 10 days out of this paddock. There's about, 12 acres down here. And they're getting about 2 acres per move. So it's about 10 days. And then we'll go across the road. We're following the cattle. The cattle were here about 30 days ago, maybe less than that, 25 days ago. And the sheep can come in behind the cattle on winter stockpile and do just fine, because they got a little bitty mouth. And they can pick out stuff and stay fat on stuff that a cow would starve to death on. There's not a lot of green out here, but look at that sheep. He's finding it. That's a picky sheep. Yep, you're a picky sheep. But you look what they did right behind us, folks. Look at this. I mean, we haven't had any snow melt at all. The roads are still ice covered. My driveway's covered in snow. I think it's about 30 degrees out here right now. We're not getting any melting. This is what the sheep did. So the sheep pulled these bare spots back, got a little action of solar with the sun now hitting the ground. Look at the forage they exposed. That's in 2 days. I mean, you talk about forage exposures. You know, if you had 8 or 10 of these sheep running with your cows and could figure out how to keep them together where they didn't leave them, otherwise they're going to get eaten by a coyote, those sheep doing this would sure be a tutorial for the cows. The cows might figure out a little bit quicker and go to grazing too under snow. These sheep are just going after it. So we're pretty happy. We got low maintenance, no work, no feeding in the wintertime sheep, and they do just fine out here on the forage that you give them. But you do need to move them every couple of days, because they get the candy out of here. Now, once this gets cleaned off, we'll get rain on this, and we'll probably be back here in, let's see, this is January 27th. So we'll be back here about the 1st of April. Maybe about a month before lambing. Okay, well, this is Greg Judy signing off on a kind of a cool winter day, and the sheep are loving it. And the sheep take the winter better than any animal I know, because they got a nice thick fleece. Everyone have a good one.